now it has all dried down and we have sunshine pouring in to Colombo, and it's all set for yet another encounter of this Lancashire Premier League. It's another double header. We got the ASHTON Lions taking on the Eastern Thunders, and we got a match later in the day as well. Just to give you an indication on what exactly happened at the coin toss, it was the ASHTON Lions who won the toss, and they have elected to bowl first. I had a brief chat with the two captains as well, and anyway, the Eastern Thunders captain, he was anyway going to bat first, so it was a win-win situation for both the captains. But given the decision of Yazir, that is the ASHTON Lions captain, to bowl first, I feel like that is the right decision considering the conditions of the pitch. Now remember, we had a bit of rain in the morning as well, and there is a bit of moisture on the surface, and the ball might just try to hold on to the surface a bit before it reaches the batter. So that is something that the batters will have to keep in mind as well, because remember, they've been playing in Thurston College grounds for the longest time since the start of this tournament, and I feel like coming into this Moore Sports Club from Thurston College grounds, which we had plenty of runs in, that is going to take some time for the batters to adjust. They need to be smarter because the pitch, the surface is not the same what we saw during the matches at the Thurston College grounds as well. So that is something that they will have to keep in mind, and the ball will not come on to the bat quite nicely as it did at the Thurston College ground. So that is something that the batters will have to keep in mind, and I'm sure that they've been very well briefed, the coaching staff. They had a good look into the surface as well. The start is a bit delayed. It's 9:30 a.m. in the morning because of the rain. The ground staff did a commendable job preparing everything and making sure that we start at 9:30. Right, so here we go. Ball number 1. And it's a full start. Darshana starting off the proceedings with the ball in hand. Yeah, that's a touch too wide there from Darshana. It's been given as a wide as well. Very close to that wide line. Hitting the deck halfway through there, and you can see there's not much carry through to the wicket keeper. It was a half tracker, not by a big margin, but still it didn't really carry all the way to the wicket keeper. So that is a good indication as to how this pitch would behave, especially in this first 6 to 7 overs. But when the day goes on, this is where things will get interesting. When the day goes on, with the sunshine hammering in at the moment, the pitch will get dry quickly. The outfield is anyway dry. There is a bit of moisture, but it'll quickly dry off. And that's where things will start to get much more favourable for the batter. So batting second should be, or ideally should be, the smart choice here. And I think Yazir, the captain of ASHTON Lions, have done a good job in terms of making the right decision up front. Came in sharply this time, Darshana Madhushankar. He anyway had good pace. It's been a good comeback from Darshana so far. The ASHTON Lions had a good tournament so far, winning 2 out of their 2 opening matches and then coming into this third game against the Eastern Thunders. That's off the edge and it's in the gap and it'll run away for a boundary. And that's the first runs on the board off the bat and the first boundary for the Eastern Thunders. Not the most enterprising shot, but then good enough to get it on the gap and to get it all the way towards the boundary. Abhishek. Abhishek Javira. Nicely bowled once again this time. Much more straight and that hint of movement aids him really well at the moment. And that's the end of the over. First over done. 5 runs on the board. Right, so Arshan Joseph to continue. Another handy operator for the ASHTON Lions, both with the bat and the ball. A handy all-rounder. Worked away nicely this time. Sajith Gunathilaka. a good start is very much essential for any team, especially in these sort of conditions here at the Moore Sports Club grounds. You've got to make sure that you're getting that good start early on. Not going to be easy, and especially when the spinners comes on, that's going to be even more tough. Now it's up in there. This could be a chance, and it is. Hamad takes the catch, and is the first wicket for Arshan Joseph and the first wicket for the Eastern Thunders. And Sajid Gunatilaka has to depart. Well, tried to play it on the arm, but you can see the bottom hand coming off the bat and the bat rotating on his hands. And there we go. It goes high up in there, not the distance. Just goes high up in there. And a good running catch there from Hamad to get rid of Sajid Gunatilaka. So the first wicket goes down, and Arshan Joseph with the breakthrough. It's 7 for the loss of 1 wicket. Yeah, immediate success there for the Eastern Thunders, or rather the ASHTON Lions. Arshan Joseph getting that breakthrough. So 3 runs on the card that time, or the last ball of Joseph's over. It's 10 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of over number 2. Wide. Lahiru couldn't really get the full use of that particular delivery there. Lahiru Sitpriya. He was touched 2 away from him as well. Couldn't really put that ball into the gap. But already 1 wicket down. Eastern Thunders will have to keep in mind that it's not going to be easy to bat on in the first 6 to 7 overs. There we go. Once again, the ball didn't carry. And one of the main reasons for that dismissal, if we can have a replay of that dismissal, that would be really nice. There we go. The ball didn't really carry through to the wicket keeper. It's just that the ball, it's slightly holding up on the surface. And that fraction of a delay set the timing for the batter completely off the grid. leg side, not being given as wide as well. Maybe just scratching off the thigh guard. Yeah. Now, at the moment, Darshana, in my opinion, is not disciplined at all in terms of bowling. This over has been all over. This is touch too full. This is asking for trouble. This might go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it does. So, one delivery, the first delivery, very wide outside the off stump. The second one down the leg side. And then this one, too full, too straight, and easy pickings for the batter. This is asking for trouble. Darshana Madhushankar got away with those wayward deliveries, but this time around, when it's full and straight, and with long, or rather mid-on and mid-off up inside the circle, it's an easy picking for the batter. A bit of a confusion there, but the batters are safe. Once again, that bounce was not there. Lahiru will get a couple of runs there. Lahiru Sitpriya. And that's the end of the over. So 16 runs coming off after 3 overs, 16 for 1. A quick single. Good bit of fielding there by Razin. Oh, there we go. A big drive on the offside there from Lahiru. Couldn't really find the connection he was looking for. That ball went up. Almost into the fourth over. Ah, that's a good delivery. Arshan Joseph he keeps on troubling the batters. 4 overs done. 19 for 1. There we go. Odd bounce. That really surprised me. And at the same time, the batter as well. Because we did not expect that much of bounce there. Very early into the innings. We're still in the fourth over. And that ball took off from the surface like a rocket. Right, so changing bowling. Pasindu Samarasinghe comes in. So a bit of spin in the power play. I like this from Yazir, the captain of the ASHTON Lions, opted to go with a spinner early on. Especially given the conditions here at Moors, I feel like this is a good decision to take. Pitching outside the leg for sure. Pasindu is a very handy and a canny bowler. I've been telling this all throughout as well. Just a hint of spin, but pitching outside the leg and probably going on to miss the stumps as well. Off the edge. And might not go all the way for a boundary, but this is good encouraging stuff. Pasindu Samarasinghe coming over the wicket. He's coming over the wicket and bowling it across the batter. Oh, that's a good shot. Just one bounce and into the boundary line. Just a small shuffle down the ground there from Abhishek. Got to the pitch of the delivery. And just whacked it down the ground. Didn't really try to hit it that too hard. Knew the fielder was up inside the circle. Just a jab down the ground. And it does the job for him and for his team. Oh, gone! My goodness, Abhishek. You hit a boundary and you try to hit him again. And this time, he's clipped the off stump. And the second wicket goes down for Eastern Thunders. Pasindu Samarasinghe strikes in his very first over. You hit him for a boundary, yes. And you try to hit him again. That's unacceptable. Because Pasindu, as I mentioned earlier, is a very smart bowler. And he won't let you hit him for consecutive boundaries. So the second wicket goes down. 25 for 2 now in 4.4 overs. Right, so 25 for 2 in 4.4 overs. Eastern Thunders in a bit of a trouble here, and a good bowling change from Yazir as well to bring in Pasindu Samarasinghe. And I'll be joined by Ashan. And, well, the first thing he mentioned when he walked into the commentary was, how's the bowling change?
Yeah, first of all, very good morning from Moors Ground. And yes, that's the first thing I mentioned to you. Very good change. See, I mean, like these sort of short formats, I think as a bowler, when you come in, you tend to get hit for a couple of shots, because you're a new bowler and the batsmen are looking to get loose. But getting a wicket is what is required in a shorter format. And Pasandu delivered exactly what he was expected from. And yeah, very happy with the proceeding as of now.
Yeah, indeed. I think, as I mentioned earlier, the change to bring Prasidhu Samara Singh has worked out well, and the two fast bowlers did a good job as well. Especially ASHTON Joseph, he was quite outstanding in his 2 overs. I think gave away only 8 or 9 runs in his first couple of overs. Now that's too wide.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Arshan Joseph kept it very simple. I think from the previous match, I think what he did better today was not try to, overdo what he usually does. Just kept his lines tight, and realizing the new ball is doing a little, movement. He just tried to keep it in the good channel lines. And I would say Darshana ball excellent as well. He kept a very good tight line from the other end, and that created the pressure, which indeed got us a wicket. And now another wicket fell down due to the good first 4 overs by the 2 pacers. Not an easy wicket, I would say, because somewhere a bit of overcast conditions in the morning, a bit of rain. I think the wicket is a little slower, a touch slower.
Yeah.
A bit of moisture as well, so a little too paced.
The ball tends to hold up.
Exactly, like a tennis ball.
Yeah.
And that's where the bowlers, especially Arshan Joseph, was very good, trying to just hit that good length, and the wicket did the rest. And obviously, one batsman perished, and it's good that Arshan Joseph is getting an extended spell, because as you saw, the last 2 overs have been very tidy by him, and he picked up a wicket, and I think his tail is up.
Yeah.
Might as well go for another over.
Yeah, indeed. And I think, I'm not sure whether you noticed this, but the last couple of deliveries from Arshan Joseph's last over, they took off from the surface just like that. They took off from the surface, and the batter was caught on by surprise. And it surprised me as well, because all throughout those first 3 to 4 overs, the ball didn't really bounce that much. It was holding on to the surface, but as you correctly mentioned, bit of a 2-paced pitch, this one. So that's where bowlers like Arshan Joseph comes in very handy. We beat the batter in the first ball of this over as well.
Actually, that's 3 plays and a miss.
Yeah.
3 balls in a row. A little too full for my liking. I think Arshan Joseph does realize there's a bit of movement, so he just tried to push it a little more further towards the batsman. See, that's what we need to understand as a bowler, not to over-attack. Understand that you need to be very patient, Once you beat the batsman, it doesn't mean that, every ball can be a wicket ball. You just need to try and break that barrier where the batsmen's, create their own pressure.
Yeah. Starts to wide there from Arshan Joseph, and he's a very experienced campaigner, Cindy Arshan Joseph. I'm sure there's a lot of cricket behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of the vastly experienced player out there, and likely shows from his body language and how he has been bowling so far. Tad too attacking, I think, in this over, trying a little too much swing outside off stump, but that tends to happen. A little too full and into the covers, and a boundary. A very good shot to open his account by Dulanjana.
Yeah, the captain, Dulanjana, Vijay Singh. It was wide, it was full, it was there to be hit, and he hit it all the way towards the boundary. That's a good shot, and that'll give him some confidence. Dulanjana. Well, I had a quick chat with him in the morning as well, and what he did mention was that they were going to bat first.
Yes, I think if you look at the first match that they won against Northern Falcons, that was the same thing they had done. And I think they're taking that momentum forward into this game as well, thinking that, yes, we have a capable unit where we can restrict the opposition with whatever score we put up on the board. At the same time, I think ASHTON Lions are very happy as well with chasing. As you know that the previous 2 games played, both of them, they had won chasing. So this is going to be a very interesting challenge out there. That's a better ball.
Yeah, good delivery to finish things off. 6 overs done. 32 for 2.
What do you reckon is a good total on this wicket?
Well, again, I don't think it's a 200 plus strip at all. So I feel like anything around 180, 170, 180. Anything above 175, 180 would be a good score on this surface. What's your take on that?
Yes, I do agree with you. You know, interesting thing is that last year when we had the LPL played at Moors, most of the scores, my bad, it was 2024.
Okay.
So Moors was going through some renovation and they had just laid a new wicket. And trust me, if you believe me, 100 was a very good total on this wicket. I'm not joking. 100 was almost just like you were chasing. 180, 200 on a Gaul wicket, day 5.
Yeah.
That's how good it was. But this year around, I think the wicket is much better. Last weekend, we saw some good high-scoring games as well. And I think, yes, as you said, I believe 160, 170 should be a very challenging total as well. A par score, I would say.
Yeah. So I think that's what Dulanjan also mentioned when I asked him about what would be a good pass score on this surface. What he did mention was anything around 170, 180. That would be their target to set for ASHTON Lions to chase down. But when the day goes on, with the sunlight coming in, I feel like it'll be, touch easier for the batters to, bat through. But the time will tell, obviously, what exactly is going to happen out there in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the Mosh around, I think the wicket is not going to crumble too early. Cross batter shot into the gap, just a single. Yeah, I mean, it's not the sort of a wicket where you can just go in and settle yourself. You do require a few deliveries, and that's the best part about, playing on a challenging wicket compared to the one we play at Thurston.
Yeah. Thurston strip was an absolute road.
Yes.
and if I'm not mistaken, there was this mercantile match happened at Thurston College grounds where I think Lahiru Samarakon scored 177 off just 70 odd deliveries, and they scored 400 plus in 50 overs. My God, that was a really good strip for the batters. Cut away this time. Might not go all the way for a boundary. There's protection down in the deep.
Pasina has been a little short in this over. I think probably he's trying to extract a little bit of turn from the wicket. And I don't think so there's a lot of turn, just a little slow. And that should be given, and it's given straight.
Yeah, that slow finger of the umpire. And it's the third wicket for the ASHTON Lions. It's 35 for 3 now. Let's have a look at that again.
Oh, yes, it's coming off the front of the hand, and that is plumb. Just the right length, and the batsman completely beaten. I mean, this is not a sort of wicket where you can just try to go on the back foot and go across the line. You need to pounce those, and that is the breakthrough that ASHTON Lions would want at this moment. At the end of 7 overs, 35 for 3.
Yeah, I feel like Pasul Samaras set it up nicely. He was bowling touch too short throughout the over. And then there's one delivery that was short, that was darted in. It just went in straight with the arm, and it took the batter by surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best part about being experienced, being understanding what exactly the batsman is trying to do. I mean, what was the smartest plan that if you saw the previous over by Pasandu is that he tried to bowl it outside off them. So The batsman was premeditating basically that it's going to be short outside off stump, spinning away from him. And all of a sudden, the next delivery just spun back in, and he was caught in no man's land.
Yeah. He's a canny bowler. He's a smart bowler, Pasan Samarasinga. But I feel like ASHTON Lions, they have quite a good spin attack. You have Akil, then I'm sure he's going to bowl the next over. And got Hamad as well. And then Pasan Samarasinga. It's almost like you have all the trump cards when it comes to the spin bowling. This LSPL.
Well, I wouldn't like to brag, but I do believe that, yes, I trust the spin attack in our team. I do have a lot of faith in them. And in fact, we're playing an extra spinner today. So I think our guys are very confident with our bowling lineup.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at those three spinners, Akil, Hamad and Pasandu Samarasinga, three very different types of bowlers, you know. Pasandu Samarasinga is that unconventional bowler who spins it both ways, and Akil is a very conventional off spinner, just comes in and bowl in good areas, and Hamad is a tall lad who can, you know, have that high release point. So very different kind of bowlers. It should make your life very easy as a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, that's the best part about having a lot of variety in our options, you know. It gives us more, ways to actually play around with our, bowling setup. Work down a little too short, work down for a single. I think this is going to be a very testing period, even for the captain Dulanjana. This is where he needs to try and consolidate. He has lost through 3 early wickets, and it's a time of rebuilding. So they will take their time to settle in, try to build a partnership over here. And this is what the bowlers need to try and do: bowl those tight lines, build more pressure, and break that defensive wall. I think Yasir is also not trying to be too defensive. But I love this, that he has a slip over here. This is where you can play some mind games with the batsman, where the batsman basically know Akil is bowling it back in. But with a slip in, he's like, is there a chance that this could turn away from me? So I love that.
This time he goes big, and it's gone all the way for a maximum. Marshan Joseph down in the deep for a brief moment, thought he was in contention to take that catch, but nope, it's gone all the way for a maximum, and that spoils the good over from Mohammad Akil. Once again spinning towards the batter, and this time touch too short and easy pickings for the batter. He's a very strong hitter of the ball, Dulanjana. And 8 overs done, 42 for 3.
That's the best part. I mean, like, you get some loose balls here and there, and you still have runs. Might I tell you, the weekend before that, there was a few games in Moors, and if I'm not mistaken, 180, 200 was scored on this wicket.
Okay.
Mind you, obviously today there was a bit of rain, so that could have maybe sort of the first 10 to 15 overs, you tend to see a little bit of two-pace. But I think this is going to be a belter as the day goes on. Maybe the second or the third innings, you might tend to see a little bit of turn, but shouldn't be that the one that you can't navigate, probably a little slow, but still doable. A little too full, work down the ground, protection there, just a single.
Yeah, indeed. As I mentioned earlier, when the day goes on, it will be much easier for the batters. There will be a hint of spin on offer as well, with the cracks opening up a bit. But then again, it won't be that much difficult for the batters to navigate through the pitch. Pasu Samarasinga to continue. Two wickets for just 11 runs. 2.1 overs, a very handy and a canny bowler.
A good ball, just work down straight, just for a single. I think what Pasindu does need to do over here is just try to loop it up a little and see if he can get any purchase, because I saw the previous over Akil was getting a little bit of turn, And I think this is where the captain of the Eastern Tigers?
Thunders.
Thunders, okay. Eastern Thunders need and try to see him off, because this probably would be his last over before he takes a break and comes back in later in the innings. He has been the pick of the bowlers so far, and seeing him out for the next 3 balls would be what Dulanjana must be thinking. Oh, there's the ball again.
Yeah.
Well played by Dulanjana at the end. Worked down for a single.
Yeah, the Eastern Thunders, they badly need a good partnership here. Already 3 down for 45 runs within the first 10 overs. The captain is out there in the middle alongside Sachindra Rupasinghe. Really got to make sure that they put up a good partnership.
A good ball. Not in total control. Just a single. What I've realized is Sachindra has been a little attacking.
Too attacking,
yes.
yeah.
I mean, the previous ball as well that he faced, Pasindu, he tried to just hit it a little too hard, not coming onto the bat, as he expected in Thurston, for example. Down the ground will be only a single. Eastern Tigers had their first great game at Moors as well.
Eastern Thunders.
Thunders. Yes, I think Lions are not playing Tigers today.
They say you got to know your opposition.
Yes. We know the players, not the names.
9 overs done, 47 for 3, and you were telling?
Yeah, I mean, like nine teams. A little
I mean, it's
challenging
it's
to
tough
remember.
to
Yes.
keep track of all the names.
Yeah. E.T., the first thing I remember E.T. is the alien you watched the movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Nevertheless, I was thinking that Eastern Thunders must have played the first game at Moors, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or not sure.
Not sure. But they lost their won their first game, and they lost their second game. That was at Thurston.
Thurston, right? Yes. So probably the first game was again Northern Falcons. Yes.
Right, so Mohammad Akil to continue. 9 overs, 47 for 3. First over. Oh, there we go. That's a good turn off the surface for Akil. Encouraging stuff. Took the batter by surprise. Took us by surprise.
Yes, that's what I realized the previous over as well. When Akil bowled, he had a bit of a turn. He got some purchase on this wicket, and I expected Pasindu probably bowled a little fuller, expecting that turn as well. Again, down the ground, could be a chance. No. On the bounce. Good fielding effort over there. Short led. But a good effort at the end. One of the best fielders at, if not the whole tournament. Very proactive player.
Again, Akil has a nice loop, which I think is the main difference between him and Pasindu Samarasinghe. And if Pasindu can generate that loop, can get a bit more purchase off the surface.
There you go. I think Gimhan was trying to direct the ball or where to ball. Good ball, swiped again across the line. Not hit in the middle of the bat, but still gets a single.
Yeah, that has been the case for some time now for Sachindra. He's been trying to hit it hard. Not getting anything out of the middle at the moment.
Yeah, and Akil is also very, trying to attack and try and keep it that same area. Make an error by the batsman. Good ball, well played.
Yeah, in contrast, Dulanjana looks like a very stable batter. If it's there to be hit, he would go on to hit the ball. But otherwise, he's just happy to defend, happy to present the full face of the bat. The captain showing good maturity. There we go once again. That's a good delivery. It just went with the arm. No real turn on off at that time. But Dulanjana takes it well. So 10 overs done, 49 for 3.
Yeah, now this is the passage of play where it's very vital for both the teams. This is where a lot of games have been changing. If you do notice that there were games that we saw in the first few overs, you get 3 wickets, and then the first 10 overs, maybe 30, 40 runs. And then all of a sudden, you look at the scoreboard and it's like 140 for 4. So this is the passage of play where batsmen or even the fielding side, whoever is on top, tends to take a little too light. And by the time you look back and, the momentum of the game has just shifted completely. So as a bowling unit, they still need to be trying an attack, try to get wickets, not try to play out the 25 overs. And as batsmen, you need to try and play as long as possible. This is where the 10th to 18th over, I would say, is the most crucial period. And that brings in the new bowler, the vice captain of ASHTON Lions, Razeen Ramlan. Might I tell you, he's a wicket keeper.
Okay.
Who can bowl from both his left arm and the right arm. So he's, what's that interesting word they say?
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous, yes. Something of a Kamilu Mendes.
Yeah.
Some leg spins from his...
and he can bowl leg spin from both the...
absolutely. He can get the offie and the leggy depending on the requirement. At the moment, with some turn, I think leggy is the way to go.
A true all-rounder.
Absolutely.
In every aspect.
A very talented lad. Good opportunities. He has been one of the highest run scorers last year. Swipe and nowhere close. As you can see, the batsman is standing. This is not sort of a wicket where you can actually stand and deliver. You need to keep your head down, get down to the ball. Oh, good ball. Well played.
Yeah, a real good delivery there from Sachindra. It's just not from Sachindra, Razeen Ramlan. This is good. This is really good attack from the ASHTON Lions. So the spinners coming in. Then they yet to bring Hamad as well. So there's
absolutely. And then we got Raslan as well, who bowled excellent.
Oh, it's a very good delivery. Trying out something different, Razeen Ramlan. We're trying to pitch it right up at the batter.
And stretch for the umpire. Down the ground, in the air, and clears. No, it doesn't.
Arshan Joseph takes a catch. And the 4th wicket goes down. Sachindra finally perishes at the hand of Razeen Ramlan. He was trying to clear that boundary for some time now. But this time around again, not the best of the connections that he was looking for. Again, hitting the edge of the bat, not the middle. So it goes down to Arshan Joseph down in the deep. So the 4th wicket goes down. It's 52 for 4 now for Eastern Thunders.
Yes, indeed. A very struggling innings, I would say. Tried to overhit a little too much and perished. I think the wide worked. The previous ball was a very big wide, and I think Razeen, what he was trying to do is try to flight, knowing the batsman is trying to go for him, and it worked brilliantly. Good plan. Well, almost half of their side is down, and they are struggling at 52 for 4. Dulanjana stuck at one end, watching his teammates go down at the other side.
Quite a lot of responsibility on Dulanjana at the moment. Dulanjana Vijay Singh, the captain. Got to push and just make sure that they're putting up a partnership here, and the rest of the batters should make sure that they're batting around Dulanjana as much as possible. Let him take the charge because he's been handling the ball as well. Yeah, he's on 13 of 21, but the way he's batting, it just tells us that he has that quality as a good batter, and he has that ability as well, without any doubt.
Yeah, honestly speaking, I don't think so. These are the wickets where you can go at 130, 120 strike rates.
Yeah. Somewhere
around the 80. And then towards the end, you accelerate. That's how you can get your game. That ends another successful over for ASHTON Lions. 53 for 4 at the end of 11. Probably another bowling change from the other end. Yes,
Yeah.
Hamad.
About time to bring in Hamad as well, just to make things even more difficult for the Eastern Thunders.
Hamad sort of loves this wicket, to be honest. He has been the pick of wickets at Moors, whether it was Division 3 or whether it was for ASHTON Lions. So it's going to be interesting how he operates from this end.
It looks like he's going to come across.
Rashid, the new batsman, needs to understand that this is a sort of wicket where you need to settle. Play something what his captain is doing from the other end. A very good start to the over by Hamad. Skidding it down. Hamad is not the biggest turners of the ball, but he's very, very good with his arm ball. Very canny operator.
There we go, that hint of spin that we talked about. Worked away nicely by Rashid onto the onside. Yeah, he has a good high arm release point as well, a high arm action, and can get a good purchase off the surface as well compared to a conventional spinner. So all the positives, all the upsides for the ASHTON Lions, the spin department.
A little too short, wide outside off stump. Cut away for one. Well, Hamad a little too excited. Not sure what happened there. This is a very beautiful ground, might I tell you, as a viewer. Play it down, quick single. A better gathering would have made it much tighter. You know,
Very
yeah,
aesthetically pleasing ground, isn't it?
the buildings all around,
Exactly, yeah.
and in the heart of the city. Mind you, there's one difficulty, you know, when those flat catches come, it's a little difficult with the, the surrounding. Worked away fine, but still will be kept down for a single.
Yeah, all the white buildings around, and
And the shine coming off, the reflection coming
Yeah,
off
yeah,
the glasses.
Glasses.
Can be a little challenging, but God, I love this ground.
Worked away nicely this time. Down
I think
the ground.
Rashid is batting more sensible compared to the previous
Sachindra.
batter. Yes, Sachindra. Work it around, build some pressure. This is how we can look at this as well from the other end, is that as a bowler, you do understand this wicket is not the easiest to go after. Well, that's a drinks break. The next over is going to be a drinks break. So what I want to know is that sometimes the bowlers can get a little complacent. They will be like, okay, you know what? I got a wicket every single delivery. And then they try to overtake. So we can look at it that way as well, where maybe the ball is trying just a little too much. And that's when you end up bowling a little looseners.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as a bowler, you got to keep things simple and understand that what is required at that particular stage of the game, and deliver whenever there's a requirement from the captain. And if he brings you on, it's for a reason. It may be to pick up wickets, maybe to keep things under control from one end. So you got to understand your role in the game, and it's very important from the coach's perspective as well. I'm sure that you would agree with me that it's really important to understand your role in the team and play it accordingly. It could be, the main wicket taker. So the captain might not really, mind if you get hit for a couple of boundaries because you deliver with wickets.
Oh, that's a very loose area and punished by Dulanjana. Yes, absolutely, you're right. I mean, I don't mind a wicket-taking bowler actually getting hit for a couple of boundaries as long as he does deliver with a wicket. And that's the part of the game. I mean, you have your own role. And if you're a bowler who's for example, Akhil, who just loves to bowl line and length, keep it very tight. Another loose one, and this is smashed down the ground and into the stands. Another poor delivery by Razin Ramlan, trying to toss it up a little too much and perishes.
Oh yes, Dulanjana is a powerful striker of the ball. I was told that he's a rugger coach. You can see it from his body, and you can see that he's got all the power to hit it out of the park.
Yes, another, and that's called a no ball. Well, that could be the front foot. Yes, it is, and this has costed a very costly over, might I say. It's a free hit.
Yeah, he tried to bowl it fast. Razim Ramlan is trying out too many things here. You gotta keep things simple. It's exactly what we talked about just a couple of deliveries ago. You gotta keep things simple. You really don't need to, try harder and harder, as in, try to push yourself.
Another quick one, but well played, and this will go all the way as well. Another 6. Oh, this is not what was required. I mean, I do understand it's a no ball, but I think anything short outside off stump would have been cut down rather than trying to bowl it straight. See, this is what I don't understand in a no ball situation. I mean, the straighter you bowl, you're bowling at the wicket. He's not going to be out. It's not going to... I mean, the batsman is having his bat stroke, his bat range around that area. Try and break it by bowling a little outside off stump, a cutter. That's a better delivery. Worked for a single.
Yeah, already an expensive over from Razim Ramlan. Couple of 6s and a 4 in this over. He picked up a wicket, but he's gone for a few runs in this over. Picked up a wicket in his previous over.
As I said, he's a wicket-taking bowler. I don't mind him going for these runs as long as this last delivery is a wicket. Well, commentator's curse doesn't work all the time.
13 overs done with that single. 78 for 4. Have a look at that again. Cut away nicely into the gap and good bit of fielding. And it's a drinks break out there in the middle. 13 overs done, 78 for 4. Dulanjan on 32 and Rashid on 6 of 7 deliveries. 13 overs done, 78 for 4, and we're back after the drinks break. It's very hot and humid out there in the middle, so it's very, very essential for the players to be properly hydrated.
Yeah, absolutely. And to continue, it will be Hamad from this end. Tight call on a wide there. Well, Hamad has taken off his glasses. He's on to something.
Yeah. His focus is on, it seems.
He's into it. Oh, down the ground. Chance. Will be only single. Not the best of the efforts, I would say, from Hamad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he has taken off his shades as well.
Maybe that's the reason. Oh, a little touch. Late. You know, as real coaches would say, would love to get both their hands.
Yeah.
Not going to criticize, but moving on. Again, a single. Half chances are never criticized as much unless the batsman goes on to score a biggie, and then that's when, you know,
Yeah.
it becomes a center of talk.
That's a good delivery. Didn't really bounce that much. It gets kept low, but Rashid, 7 of 8. He's handling it well at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Rashid has been playing very sensible, understands that Dulanjana has been there. He's been going for the big shots, so all Rashid needs
Seemed
to
like
do...
a proper cricketer.
Yes, he has the stroke play of a proper cricket. Oh,
Almost that commentator's curse coming in, but then he survives.
well, I would say any proper cricketer would be struggling on this wicket. I think in the last 2 overs I've seen a touch low. A good over. Only 2 coming off it. Might I say 2 or 3? All right, 1 wide.
Yeah. So 14 done, 81 for 4. The projected score, it tells us that Eastern Thunders would finish their 25 overs with 145.
Well, as ASHTON line, I would say that we would take that on any day. But then again, anything below that, I think, would be a bonus for us. Anything above would be bonus for Eastern Thunders.
Yeah.
At the moment, as how the proceedings are going, I think 145, 150 seems about the par score at the moment. Mind you, ASHTON Lions do bat deep. But this is not the sort of a wicket where you can actually just go and score. And that brings another change. And this is Akhil's brother.
Okay.
Very similar action.
Exactly, that's what I was about to tell. Very similar sort of actions.
So Aziz, he's a taller lad compared to his brother.
His younger brother or older brother?
He is the older lad, and by the height, very convincing that he is the older one.
You never know.
No, I believe, yes, he is the older brother. And he's also a very good operator. Can turn the ball. Has a good arm ball as well. The extra spinner we're playing today, Aziz. A little too short, wide outside off stump, and punished, but will be only a single.
Now, when it comes to coach's perspective, how hard it is to, create that bond within the team, because these teams, these are seasonal teams. It comes in together for a very short period of time. Players from different backgrounds, players from different levels of cricket. Now this time it goes high up in there and it's gone all the way for a maximum. That's a big one from Dulanjana. Anything short, Dulanjan, anything short and straight, especially. Dulanjana will go on to hit. Is it Dulanjana?
I think it's Rashid this time around.
Ah, yes, it is Rashid. Here we go. Picked it up nicely. Again, didn't really bounce that much. So he had to pick it up and he picked it up nicely.
Yeah, the error for these are very minimal. A little too straight and short. Pounced on it, Rashid. That's a better delivery, but down the leg side. Can be a couple over here. Not the fastest outfield, just like Thurston.
Yeah, now to come back to my question. How hard it is to keep that bond together in a team, especially when, people coming in from different areas for a very short period of time. When it comes to coach's perspective, how does that work out?
Well, honestly speaking, even though the season ends, what we tend to do is that we do have another short delivery. This is in the gap. And well done, but no, couldn't stop the boundary. Again, short, too straight. Gimahan is telling...
I like the reaction from the wicketkeeper.
I would love to translate that. He is showing, look at my hands, look at my gloves. But Gimahan is looking at the bat of the batsman, and that's why he perished.
Valiant effort from the fielder down in the deep.
He knew. He didn't even turn back. It's just like that Hardik Pandya no-look six. That was a no-look boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, we do have a few games during the off-peak season. And at the same time, what's interesting is that since we're playing Division 3 together, 60 to 70% of our team is representing the one Division 3 side that we play. So we tend to meet often, and usually when we're making the squad, we tend to keep the extra players as well to give us the support. And our group tends to be active here and there, so I don't think so we are missing out a lot on meeting these players. We are quite often not meeting them. All of especially the three teams from C-Trans, I would say, are having a great unity. I mean, we tend to pull each other's legs, yes, of course. It has to be there. But then again, we are often there in the same circle, and that's good to see. I really feel that, the guys are very good together. They have great unity, and that's what's required. I mean, from my part, there's very minimal to be done, except for if I see a small... we tend to see more when we're outside the ground compared to when we're in the middle of the ground. And those are just sort of hints that we would give, okay, so these are the things that you need to maybe avoid in the future, and that's about it. They're experienced players. They have about more than 100 games under their belt, so it's an easy job for me, to be honest.
Much easier than playing it out there in the middle.
Absolutely. Less stressful, more relaxing under the shade.
Right, so another bowling change from the ASHTON Lions. Ahmed Razlan comes in and he's been treated with a boundary. Second ball of the over. Dulanjana. Just a small touch down the ground. He cut to the pitch of the delivery and whacked it away. He's got power. There we go.
I don't mind being tossed up, but I think the ball was just a little too tossed up. Good footwork, but I think what Razlan needs to realize is that Dulanjana is the heavy striker at the moment. Give him the easy single. Work on Rashid. But then again, Rashid has also been there for 16 deliveries. He's been playing really well.
He already has a 4 and a 6 to his name, so he has certainly stamped his authority out there in the middle.
And that brings up the 100 in the 15th over. And as I said, this was a passage of play which was very important from both the sides. Either you capitalize as a batting unit or as a bowling unit, you try to chew down and get more wickets. At the moment, the batting unit has been doing a tad better, and without the loss of a wicket, they have been piling on some runs, bringing the pressure back on ASHTON Lions.
Yeah, this is a good partnership. This is exactly what Eastern Thunders wanted at this stage of the game.
Short and wide, outside off stump, will be cut down to a single. Hasn't been the greatest of display of bowling, to be honest. Few short deliveries here and there. Understanding that this wicket is a little slower, has some turn, so just need to be very wise with your bowling, options. Don't need to try a lot of things.
What was that?
Well,
No need to try too many things, and he tried out something very, very bizarre.
a back of the hand delivery, and it just stuck in his hands. Yes. A leggy. Free hit coming up. Dulanjana is on strike, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Down the ground, in the air, and this is another maximum. No, it's caught. But that doesn't stop them from taking the single as it's a free hit. Well, there was a lot of power in that one, but more height.
I mean, I was surprised. I thought it would just clear the boundary. Let's have a look at it again. It went very high up in there, but then didn't really go all the way.
Well, this is one of the smaller grounds in comparison, so I think Dulanjana got more height than power, and as well Razlan bowled it much smarter. Tossed it up in the air, a little slower, try to force the batsman to generate some power. Brings in Ahmed, another change. Ahmed has been bowling really well, and it's interesting to see if Rashid and Dulanjana will attack Ahmed as well from this end.
Yeah, 16 overs completed now, 103 for 4. 9 more overs to go in this innings for the Eastern Thunders. And to get to 161, which is a projected score at this stage in 9 overs, there got to be... I mean, there's not much fancy things required at this stage for Eastern Thunders, because these two batters are going on nicely. 18 of runnable 18 for Rashid and Dulanjan on 40 of 36. The two batters are going on nicely.
Short inside edge and a French cut will be only a single. Oh, well, they took a 2 over there.
That's good running between the wickets.
I think the wicket is still doing a little bit from its part, and what Dulanjana does realize is that anything short, anything that is a loose ball, he's going to go hard at it. And it has worked so far. Brings him to 42. Again, a swipe on the leg side and into the gap, and another boundary. Dulanjana is bringing on the heat.
Yeah, now he's been utilizing that gap between mid-wicket and long on quite well. Whenever it's there to be hit, whether it's outside the off-stump, whether it's straight enough, he would always go for that particular region, and he gets the value all the time. And he's been bisecting that gap really nicely. That's something Hamad will have to keep in mind as well.
Oh, a little too wide, and not... Yes, it's given. Hamad, understanding that Dulanjan, anything straight, he's going after it. So Hamad trying to bowl it a little wider. Touch too wide this time. Fall down the ground. Not real connection. Going to be just a single. Well, Dulanjan is playing a gem of an innings for his side.
Yeah, indeed. He's on 47 of 39. Slowly but steadily building these innings together. Holding one end and just making sure that the rest of the batters can come in and bat around him, which Rashid is doing exactly at the moment. This is what the doctor ordered for the Eastern Thunders. And for the first time, we're seeing the spinners of ASHTON Lions under pressure.
Yes, I believe that they are under pressure because they feel that at the moment they haven't gotten any wickets for the past probably 6 to 7 overs, and this is not what they would have expected with 4 early wickets down. Yep. And bowlers are trying a little too much over here, I would say. Again, short. Just going to be a single. So the bowlers have been bowling a little touch too short and all over the place. I mean, trying a lot of things, trying to take wickets rather than trying to bowl dot balls. Build the pressure over here.
Now, as a coach, what do you want your bowlers to do exactly in this particular? Just keep things simple?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, see, now the two batsmen have settled quite well for the spin. I don't mind getting in a change and getting in maybe 1 over pace.
Pace. Okay.
But then again, we only have 2 paces to operate, and they have already bowled about 4 overs, 2 and 3.
2 overs, yeah. 2 overs each.
So maybe get in 1 over pace, or try and tell the bowlers, listen, I don't want wickets. I just want you to bowl good 6 deliveries. Give me some dot balls and let the batsman feel the pressure, you know. As a batsman right now, when you're going for the shots and you're already getting the runs, 2 dot balls can actually get that pressure. You know, you feel like, you know, you're itching to get a boundary, and that's what we need to capitalize on. So I would say keep it simple, bowl to your field, and I think it should work. It works in any situation, to be honest. It's still not the death overs as of yet, so
Yeah.
I don't think so. You need to bowl aggressive.
Right, so Ahmed Razlan to continue. First over went for 8 runs. Again, that swing of the bat of Dulanjana. He moves into 49 with that single. Down towards the long on region. Rashid on 19. Really impressed with this knock of Rashid. 19 of 20 deliveries, really putting, or rather holding things together from one end. Coming down the track and gone! It's bowled! Well, the commentators curse, as you want to call it, but then that ball didn't really bounce at all.
No, this is what I mean. I mean, like, Ruslan bowled it slower, gave it a bit of air, and that's a good channel, I would say.
Yeah, indeed.
I don't think so. The batsman was in any urgency to actually go down the wicket and look to create a shot. He just saw that the ball went above his eye line, attacked the ball, and he cherished. But I tell you, good knock and a good support for Dulanjana from this end by
Rashid.
The important breakthrough just before the power play overs do come in to play.
Yeah, indeed, a timely breakthrough for the Eastern Thunders. Rashid, he did his part alongside his captain. He put up a good partnership here to take the team score to 114. And in comes Chamud Pumal, coming in at number 7 for Eastern Thunders. And Ahmed Razlan picking up the wicket, an important breakthrough.
Yes, I'm really happy comparative to the over he bowled earlier, where he was hit for a couple of boundaries and then coming back in and still trying an attack. Ball the loop. This is going to be an interesting challenge with the new batsman in. Well, there's a bit too much of a loop.
Given as a wide. Ahmed Razlan once again trying out something different against the newcomer, Chamud Pumal.
Oh, good
Sharp
turn.
Well, he just came sharply back at the batter, Chamud. But this is good encouraging stuff for Ahmed Razlan. He's generating some spin.
I mean, there was no doubt that this wicket is going to turn, but it's just that I think in the last 5 or 6 overs, the bowlers kind of lost the plot. They bowled a bit wayward, but Ahmed Razlan, this over has been brilliant. Understanding the good turn that the wicket is offering, and he's bowling that exceptional good line and length, keeping it very tight.
Almost went round the legs to hit that leg stump, but he survives. 18 overs done. 115 for the loss of 5 wickets.
A very brilliant over by Ruslan, just 2 runs off it, and ASHTON lines back into it. Right, Hamad to bowl his 4th over. Short, into the gap, only be a single, and that brings up a brilliant knock of a 50 by the captain of Eastern Thunders, Dulanjana.
Yeah, wonderful knock from the captain. Really held innings together, took the responsibility upon himself and have delivered at the big stage here. A must-win game for them. They lost one, they won one, but this coming into this 3rd game, they desperately wanted to give a good fight, and the captain is leading that attack right from the front. 50 off just 42. And he played the conditions really well. That's the important thing. As we mentioned earlier, this is not a ground where you can expect the batter to strike at 150, 140. Now this time goes up in the air, but safe. Down the ground will be just another single added to the total. Now they're well within their rights to take that 2 power play overs from the pink ball.
I would say probably if the wicket hadn't fallen, they would have probably gone and taken the power play on the 19th over or so. But with the wicket going down, I think Chamod, still new to the crease, only 6 balls old, probably delay it until the 21st. Not the best of efforts. Again, a swipe down the leg side. Good bowling by Hamad, I must say, knowing that the batsman Dulanjana is looking to go down the leg side. He's bowling it wide outside off stump.
Yeah, he's a smart bowler. He knows when and where to bowl. Oh, there we go. Shamod, and it's gone.
Bowled. Yes, it's gone, and that is the wicket that Hamad was looking for. He was bowling brilliantly so far, and he did get the wicket.
Well. Chamod was trying to go for a big heave. He was trying to go for the glory shot. Let's have a look at that again. Nicely tossed up, and a big inside edge. In fact, it's a stump from the wicket keeper. Well, I thought it was an inside edge, but then it was a stumping effort from the wicket keeper. So the 6th wicket goes down, and Hamad picks up his first wicket, and it's 120 for 6 now. And we're done with the 19th over as well.
Yeah, I think Chamod didn't look very convincing from the first delivery. I think he struggled against Ruslan as well. And brings in Tarindu. He needs to understand that his role is now just give the strike as much as possible to Dulanjana, work those singles.
Nicely bowled, there we go. Trying to go for a big shot. It was once again wide outside the off stump. That has been his target area. There you go. You can see clearly his back foot not within line.
A very good decision indeed by the umpire. Very strange appeal by Hamad. Down the ground, this is in the air and taken. What a brilliant catch by Razin. That is a brilliant catch, and that brings the end to an amazing innings by Dulanjana. The captain is gone.
Well, it certainly needed something special to get rid of the captain. And Razim Ramlan has delivered it once again wide outside the off stump. He had to fetch that ball, but look at this effort. My goodness, running in. He was still running when he took the catch, and he just made it look so easy. This is some effort from the fielder. Look at this. Running in.
Not an easy catch, with that eye level of the buildings around you. A brilliant take by Razin. My words.
It's 120 for 7 now. And Eastern Thunders now falling off one after another. And the captain being back in the pavilion means that it's going to be a bit of a troublesome situation for the Eastern Thunders. 120 for 7. They haven't taken the power overs as well.
This is what does when you have quick succession of wickets and the match just turns on its head. Struggling now, Eastern Thunders.
A couple of wickets for Ahmed Razlan. 2 wickets for just 11 runs. Rashmika Maratna walks into the middle.
Well, another rebuilding phase, and I believe this would be delaying their batting power play probably till the end of the innings. A little too wide.
Oh, it's not been given as wide.
Probably batsman followed the delivery, and he's standing on the off stump, as you can see. Ruslan has been bowling brilliantly. Good pressure after first over, being hit for a couple of boundaries. He's bowled excellent, bringing back the pressure and exactly what is required on this wicket. And that indeed made the captain of Eastern Thunder under pressure, where he did see that runs are not coming from the other end, and it forced him to go for an unconventional big heave, which brought around his demise. And his team is now under pressure with 2 new batsmen at the crease.
Last ball of this over. Just 1 run and a wicket. Oh!
That should be close, and it's given. Yes, another one bites the dust. Yes. Ahmed Razlan has been bowling amazing in this over. Straight, and batsman shuffled a little too much across the wicket. Leg stump visible.
Yeah, once again, the ball didn't really bounce that much. And
that would have hit the bottom
yes.
of leg stump.
Easy decision for the umpire. And the 8th wicket goes down. 121 for 8. And look at those figures from Ahmed Razlan. 3 overs, 3 wickets for just 11 runs. A really good effort with the ball in hand. 20 overs done, 121 for 8.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Razlan, as I said, in the first season has been the pick of the bowlers for us, and he was one of the highest wicket takers in that season, and he's back with a bang. If I'm not mistaken, he has been on a roll. So far, 6 or 7 wickets, might I say. Captain is going to bring another change. Get back Aziz, since it's 2 new batsmen, and try and finish the quota of the overs. Akil is back to bowl. Definitely Razlan is going to get another over after this. Try and see if he can get his 5-wicket haul. Being that Akil doesn't pick a wicket over here. Maybe a catch comes to Razlan, he'll put it down and try and get it back in the next over.
Akil has done a good job so far. 2 overs done for 9. He was the player of the match in the previous game for ASHTON Lions. Picked up 4 wickets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And Akil so far is wicketless, but has been bowling brilliant. Well, what do you know? The ball did go to Razlan.
Oh, there we go. Nicely bowled once again.
I think what the Eastern Thunders need to look over here is that there are 5 more overs to go and try and play out the 5 overs. ASHTON Lions, on the other hand, would try and finish this innings as quick as possible.
I mean, from this position, Eastern Thunders, even if they get to anything above 150, that would be a really good total on the board, given the circumstances. So 5 overs, just need 30-odd runs. So if can,
Yeah, absolutely.
get the use of those loose deliveries, might as well get the 30 runs that is required, just like that. A couple of runs added to the total, just like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one part from ASHTON Lions, they need to try and be very sharp at the field, not give those easy singles and doubles. And at the same time, as you said, yes, 5 overs, get another 30-odd runs. They're in contention. Yes, absolutely. But at one point, I think Eastern Thunders were looking really good to score above 150, and then they had a couple of quick wickets, and the downfall of the captain sort of slowed the innings down. Rebuilding phase yet again.
Yeah, cut away. Oh,
Another fumble. Not a happy captain over there, as you can see.
And not a happy coach here at the commentary box as well.
Absolutely. I think every run is very important. You get efforts such as Razin, who put in their body, tumble, and at the same time you expect the same intensity from the other fielders around you as well. There are matches that go down to the wire where you do lose by 1-2 runs, so hope that doesn't happen. But yet again, those are the things that you try to make calculations of. Right, Ruslan is going to finish off his spell with the last over. Probably pick a wicket, then give him another. And being the bowler who would bowl the 5 overs. Ruslan has been brilliant, and I do get this feeling that he is in contention for another wicket over here, with the ball turning back into the batsman.
Yeah, he's been spinning the ball very sharply throughout this spell of this. Just making sure, especially against right-handers, he's been turning the ball right in towards the batters.
Rashmi looks really good over there, and he looks a little confident, and he has been playing on the merits of the delivery, and what he needs to try and do is work those singles, those doubles, squeeze as many as possible in these remaining 4 overs. Well, that's your orange cap holder for the season as of now. Pramod Yakasun, who's yet to bat today. We will see him later in the day.
He's such an entertainer, he is. It's
Yes.
always impressive to see him batting. It's always exciting. You know, he's very powerful down the ground.
Powerful, very soft-spoken, not much of a conversationist, yes.
There's the talking with the bat.
Kept low. Oh, they're attacking for a couple, and I think they should easily make it home. See, as I said, there's plenty of gaps in the ground, and working these singles and doubles is the way to go. Projected score still about 147, which is close to that 150 mark. That's if, that is, they play the 25 overs, and Eastern Thunders will be expecting to play those 25 overs. Good ball again.
Once again, keeping things very tight outside the off stump, and he's bowling in good pace as well. Not too fast, not too slow. He's identified the right pace to bowl at. Nicely played.
Good fielding effort. Is that a run-out chance? Yes, it is. And there you go. Well, Ruslan would have wanted that wicket on his name, but nevertheless, run out by Ruslan. Great effort by Akil. Well, didn't deliver with a wicket from the ball, but did with a direct throw.
Yeah, indeed, the young man does it again. It was nicely played, but look at that effort. And a good recovery as well. That's the important part when it comes to run-outs. You've got to recover quickly. And a throw was good. It was right on to the bowler.
Yes, Akil took his time and threw the ball in without hurrying, no stress. And that's the downfall of Rashmika.
It has to be Rashmika. He was
looking to get quickly to the other end to face the last ball of the over, work a single.
Yeah, it is Rashmika. So 22 overs done now, 127 for 9, just 1 wicket away. ASHTON Lions.
Yeah, ASHTON Lions, I mean, they're very happy with this comeback, I would say. I mean, at one point it looked like 160.
Yeah. That was a good comeback from the spinners, because at one stage we were discussing that for the first time that we're seeing ASHTON Lions spinners under pressure.
Yeah,
I think they proved us wrong.
Yes,
me
absolutely.
wrong, rather.
No, I mean, like, we did go in this match with 6 to 7 frontline spinners, and we did know that if one does indeed fail, then we do have other options as well. And that was shown and proven today. Our main strike bowlers, a couple of them got hit, and then Ruslan came in and, gave it a good go and brought the downfall from one end, and it was easier for the other spinners to work it around. Right, 1 wicket to go. I was expecting maybe a power play in this over, try and get as many as runs, but not the case over here. Maybe the batsmen are happy to just see out the overs.
Ameru Kaluarachi is a new batter. That's wide outside the off stump, and it has been given as a wide as well, Mohammad Akil. Let's see the second wide in this over. Gotta keep things very sharp here. That's up in there, and that's being hammered away for a boundary. Ameru. Touch to full there from Mohammad Akil. And driven away onto the offside. A lofted off drive from Ameru, the number 11 batter. Nicely executed. .136 for 9 in 23 overs. Got a couple more overs to go. And, they've been forced to take the power play overs. The last two. So only 2 fielders will be permitted outside the 30-yard circle. Passing to Samar Singh to bowl the penultimate over. Punch on the ground. That's a good strike there from Ameru. He seems like a proper batter to come at number 11. That's gone. That's a game. And that's innings for the Eastern Thunders. They've been wrapped up for 138. And Pasindu Samarasinghe picks up his third wicket. Let's have a look at that again in the power over itself. A faster delivery. Seam up. And the wicket keeper. That's his second stumping in this innings. He has done a good job behind the stumps. It was not an easy task because the ball, it had its moments. It wasn't really bouncing that much on too many occasions. So he had to adapt himself, which he did quite well. The wicketkeeper behind the stumps. And anyway, the innings comes to an end. 138 all out in just 23.3 overs. And it's been a good comeback from the spinners of ASHTON Lions. At one point, the Eastern Thunders, they were going on nicely. But the bowlers have done a good job. Let's have a look at the batting card. First, it was that half century from the captain, Dulanjana Weerasinghe, that really set the tone for Eastern Thunder, especially in those middle overs. Dulanjana Weerasinghe and Rashid really put up a good partnership. But after their dismissal, things didn't really look good for the Eastern Thunders as they got all out for 138 in just 23.3 overs with 14 extras as well. Let's have a look at the bowling card. Yeah, 3 wickets each for Pasindu Samarasinghe and Ahmed Razlan. I think the two spinners really did a good job with the ball in hand. And then 1 wicket apiece for Razeem Ramlan, Hamad Ibrahim and Arshan Joseph as well. Mohammad Akil, who picked up 4 wickets, went wicketless today, but he bowled a good spell. 4 overs, none for 21. You can see the fall of wickets. 4 wickets for 52, but then that partnership between Vijay Singh, the captain, Dulanja Vijay Singh and Razeem really took them beyond 100, but couldn't really capitalize on setting anything above 150, 140, or rather 150, 160 for the Eastern Thunders. So let's have a look at the highlights now. And it's been a good comeback from the spinners of the ASHTON Lions. As I mentioned earlier, they had a good start with the ball in hand, picking up 4 wickets for 50 odd runs within the first 10 to 12 overs. And this was the first one. Hamad Ibrahim taking a good catch. And then Dulanja Vijay came in and he gave a really good fight with the bat in hand. Pasindu Samarasinghe delivered well with the ball in hand. Arshan Joseph did well with the ball in hand. So it was a good collective effort up front. This was the second wicket. Pasindu Samarasinghe doing an excellent job with the ball in hand. Mohammad Akil bowled well. He was picked up for a couple of big hits all over the park. And then Razeem Ramlan came in with his floaty leg spinners, picked up the wicket. But then from there onwards, he was taken on for cleaners by Dulanja Vijay. He actually batted really well, Dulanja. He's a powerful guy, a good striker of the ball. Whenever it's straight, whenever it's there in his arc, he would go on to capitalize that gap in between long on and that mid-wicket region. So it was a really good effort from almost all the bowlers. But those middle period, for the first time, we discussed this with Ashan as well, for the first time we saw the spinners of ASHTON Lions being under pressure in this tournament. It was a good exposure for the bowlers as well, but the spinners, Ahmed Razlan especially, really did the job with the ball in hand in those late middle overs. Some good fielding effort, some good catching. We saw quite a couple of runouts as well, some good catchings. And there we go, run out. This was Mohammad Akil at his very best in the field. Couple of boundaries came in during the last few overs, but it was not enough as Pasindu Samarasinghe wrapped things up to restrict Eastern Thunders for 138 in 23.3 overs. Right, so the target is set. The ASHTON Lions, they need 139 in 25 overs. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the brunches. Right, so welcome back to the Moors Sports Club grounds as we're bringing you the live action of the match between the Eastern Thunders and the ASHTON Lions. Eastern Thunders batted first, made 138 in 23.3 overs. And ASHTON Lions in reply, they need 139 from their 25 overs. Not the easiest of the tracks to bat, but ASHTON Lions would fancy their chance with the bat in hand to chase down 139 in 25 overs, but they still need to have a good batting performance to chase things down here. Right, so the two openers of ASHTON Lions have walked out to the middle. And it looks like it's the captain who's going to start off the proceedings with the ball in hand as well. He was the pick of the batters, scoring a half century, but now he's got a responsibility with the ball in hand too. Against Pramodi Kasun, who's the current orange cap holder of the tournament, the highest run getter, a very entertaining player, a powerful striker of the ball. It's always exciting to see him bat. Right, so here we go. The ball number one of this run chase. He's not the type to, just settle down, see through few balls and just make sure that he's getting into the right groove. No. He's not that kind of a player. Pramodi Kasun, you see the ball, you hit the ball. Very simple. A very fascinating and an exciting player. Already seen a couple of half centuries from him. There we go. Down the ground. And it's gone. Well. They had a fielder down in the deep at long off. And he hits it straight into his throat. And Pramodi Kasun. Let's have a look at that again. He was there to be hit. Punched it down the ground. That's his strong area. But there is this fielder. Oh. Well. What an anticlimax start for the ASHTON Lions. Losing your orange cap holder for a duck. This is cricket. One day you would go on to hit a half century in 20-25 deliveries, and the next day you got out for a duck. Nicely bowled once again. It's Isuru Sampath. Bowling the first over so far, has done a really good job picking up the dangerous batter. And he bowled well according to his feel. That's the important thing. That particular delivery that was there to be hit for Pramod Dekasoon. But since he had that fielder down in the deep on long off, it was a good plan. A successful first over from Isuru Sampath and for Eastern Thunders. It's 2 for 1 at the end of over number 1. Rashmika Maratna to bowl the second over. Created his own width this time. Arshan Joseph is a very experienced campaigner, but this is what I mentioned. It's not going to be easy on this surface. We were discussing anything around 150, 160 would be a good score. Yes, they were wrapped up for 139, but still, against the spinners, it's not going to be easy on this surface. Oh, reverse sweep coming in, and it's in the gap, and it'll run away for a boundary. Full use of that particular shot there from Razin, and he gets the boundary, the first boundary for the ASHTON Lions in this run chase. Not the best of the fielding efforts. Isuru Sampath to continue. Good throw there, but is satisfied with the efforts of the batter. Let's have a look at that again. Swept away. Just a simple nudge down towards the backward square leg region, but a good throw once again. Yeah, the batter is comfortably home. Nice tossed up and good bit of fielding from Isuru Sampath. He's doing a really good job here. He's picked up a wicket and given away only 5 runs, bowling his second over. Oh, this time once again the ball just keeping low. Not really easy for the batters to get under the ball properly. You've got to get used to the pace and bounds of this surface. It will take some time. There we go. There's that odd bounce. It's a 2-paced, 2-bounce kind of a surface here at the Moors Sports Club. Punch on the ground. Razim Ramlan. It's 1 bounce and into the boundary line it goes. That's the second boundary in this innings and the first one against Isuru Sampath. Slightly overpitched there from Isuru. Yeah, good swing of the bat. Straight as an arrow. Just short of the boundary line there. 3 overs done, 16 for 1. That's another boundary there, Razim Ramlan. Another reverse sweep, this time much more in front of square. And he gets another boundary. This is good from Razim Ramlan. He's reversing that pressure right onto the fielding unit. He's absorbing the pressure really well as well. And counter-attacking it just when it's required. That's a good shot. Oh, that made a really good sound off the bat. and it sails away for another 6. Rashmika Mararatna is being taken on for cleaners by Razim Ramlan. That's a really good shot, and that has to be one of the shots of the day for me. There we go. Got his front foot away. That's the important thing. First, you got to get your front foot away. Create that enough space for you to swing the bat properly. And you keep your head down. You watch the ball till the very last moment. And you wait for that ball to come under your eyes. And you play it across. Perfect. This time down the ground, and it's a 6. Back-to-back 6s for Razim Ramlan. Again over-pitched, again right in his arc. And Razim Ramlan says, you know what, I'm going to go for it again. Arshan Joseph now trying to join the party, but this time couldn't really find the connection he was looking for. Dulanchana Vijay Singh, the captain, back with the ball in hand to bowl his first over. In fact, it's his first over, but he did it well with the bat in hand. Worked away nicely. Long off in contention. Again, Arshan Joseph just trying to work that ball down towards that mid-wicket region. Nicely bowled once again. And equally well played by Arshan Joseph as well. A good bit of fielding. Good cricket all round. 5 overs done. 36 for 1. Right, so Rashid is going to bowl the 6th over. Bit of medium pace from Rashid. Let's see if this is going to work out, because Razim Ramlan is attacking the ball really well. He's on 29 of just 15. Arjun Joseph 6 of 12. Though they lost a wicket early on in the very first over itself, they lost Pramod Dikasan, but from there on with Razim Ramlan and Arjun Joseph, the two batters have put up 36 runs partnership in real quick time as well. Played it on the up. And he gets a boundary. On the offside, Arshan Joseph. He was wide outside the offside, so plenty of width for him to work with. Yeah, just enough for him to free his arms and to play it on the offside. And again, 6 it is. This time Arshan Joseph makes it even more better. Holding his pose quite nicely. There we go, middle of the bat. And down towards long off. Brilliant strike. My goodness. He's in a good touch. And with Razim Ramlan scoring at the other end. And Arshan Joseph, absolute carnage from the other end. Well, it's working out pretty well for ASHTON Lions. Right, so the Lanjana Vijay Singh to continue. That's a good looking shot, and it's gone all the way for another maximum. That's just brutal power from Arshan Joseph. Look at that, flat six. One would argue that it was very touch too close to his body, but Arshan Joseph just made the adjustment real quick. Quick hands from him. Oh, there we go. Where did that come from? Just spun away from him sharply. 7 overs done, 57 for 1. Right, so change of bowling for the Eastern Thunders. Dinuja Samaratna. Played it on the up, on the offside. Has gone all the way for a boundary. This is good cricket all round. They're picking up boundaries at least once every over, which is the way to go. Not to put themselves under pressure, and at the same time chasing things down quickly would give them that edge in with the net run rate as well. They're unbeaten in the tournament so far, and it should feel good to continue that record. That's good cricket. Just a simple push towards the onside and get a single. That's up in there and that's gone the distance again. First ball from Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. And ASHTON Joseph says, thank you very much. Yes, slightly low pitch once again. Touch too straight as well. Right in his arc. ASHTON Joseph is not going to miss out on that. Gone this time. Trying out the same shot one too many times. ASHTON Joseph once again try to whack that ball on the offside, or rather towards the onside, but this time the ball didn't really bounce that much. Yeah, couldn't get under the ball properly. There we go, the head going nowhere, and Dulanjana, the captain, gets a breakthrough, a much needed breakthrough. So 71 for 2, but ASHTON Joseph have done his damage. 35 of just 24 deliveries, a wonderful innings, an aggressive one to put ASHTON Lions on the verge of another victory. Mohammad Yazir, the captain, walks out to the middle. A calm captain. Not an aggressive batter by any means. One of those players who would like to take his time, nudge the ball here and there, get a 1 or 2, a proper batter. Not the aggressive kind of batter that we've seen from ASHTON Lions so far. But a good over comes to an end. Just 6 runs and a wicket from Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. It's 72 for 2. Punched on the ground, but there's protection down in the deep. Now this time it goes high up in there. Azim Ramlan. And it's taken. Third wicket goes down. Dinuja Samaratna gets a breakthrough. And both the set batters are now back in the pavilion. Azim Ramlan trying to clear that boundary. At long on. But a good catch from the fielder. Well judged. Last ball of this over. Played it on the up. This is on the offside. Oh, just short of the fielder. Good effort, but another good over comes to an end. There we go. Played it on the up. Ten overs done, 75 for 3. Now this is interesting. For the first time, ASHTON Lions batters, and we saw the bowlers being under pressure. And now the batters, 3 down for 77. Under normal circumstances, ASHTON Lions heavily relied on their top 3. Especially Pramod Kasu, Narshan Joseph. They always had those batters up front who would deliver. But now, there's quite a bit of pressure on Mohammad Yazir and Farzan at the moment. Farzan Nadeem. 11 overs done, 78 for 3. Just got to take things very slow here. The required run rate is just below 5 runs per over. They have wickets in hand. Mohammad Yazir and Farzan Nadeem, both are very capable batters who can rotate the strike well. So might as well just take things very simple and go on from ball to ball and set a certain target in mind. As they would have ideally preferred to chase things down quickly here, but there's absolutely no need to take any risks at this particular stage of the game with already 3 down. They already won both their opening games, so coming into this third game, they would most probably preserve their unbeaten record. Just got to make sure that they're going there, they're reaching that winning margin with confidence. Now this time it goes high up in there and it's taken. Well, this is exactly what I talked about. Farzan Nadeem, you don't need to take any unnecessary risk. You're already 3 down. The required run rate was way below 5 runs per over. And you go on to hit that ball wide outside the off stump, straight at the fielder, who's doing extremely well. He took a catch, a good catch just a while ago, and now you played straight at him yet again. Not sure that was necessary at that particular stage, but the 4th wicket goes down just like that for 79. Down the leg side, Dinuja Samaratna, that is 2nd wicket, 2 for 12. A tall lad, Dinuja, has a good action, a silky smooth action. And has a good loop as well, a good high release point, which will always come in handy on a surface like this. We saw this in the previous innings as well. Stoppage and taken. 5 down now. Well. Milinda Sanjay gets the breakthrough. It's all happening out there in the middle. 5 down for 81, and Kim Han has to depart. Kim Han Tikshana. Right. So Milinda Sanjay to continue. Kim Han walks out to the middle. In fact, Kim Han was the one who was dismissed. But Mohammad Yazir is still out there in the middle. The captain got to take responsibility. 81 for 5. Not the best position to be in, even when you're chasing down a below par total of 139. At one stage, they were cruising with one down for 50 to 60 runs. But all of a sudden, wickets started to tumble one after another. And the next thing you know, you're 5 down. 58 more runs required of 76. That's the equation. Well, the batters should keep in mind that at this stage, with 58 of 76 deliveries required, there's nothing fancy required. We talked about this. I talked about this earlier as well. As of now, what they require right now is for these two batters just to, get those ones and twos, just rotate the strike, keep the scoreboard ticking, not to put themselves under pressure, and not to look for boundaries that are not there. It's understandable if he goes on to play a big shot against a loose delivery onto a gap. That is understandable. But other than that, with 5 wickets down, it's not a risk worth taking at this stage, because there's still a long way to go. 58 more runs required. But the only good thing as of now for Ashton Lions is that they bat deep. So they have that privilege. Fourteen overs done. 86 for 5. This time it's up in there once again, and it's dropped. Oh. See, the idea behind that shot, that was Mohammad Yazir, the captain. You don't play it on the archer like that. His couple of fielders on the offside exactly for that shot, and it's not the first time that we saw a batter playing that kind of a shot. And the previous time he was actually dismissed. This time luckily he was dropped. So ideally he should have played it down the ground rather than playing it up in the air. Unless you play it so well that you get it out of the park. Yeah, just like that. You play it on the ground. Down the ground, along the ground rather. $15 done, 88 for 5. Right, so after the drinks break, we're back live, and it's 89 for 5. We're at a very important juncture in this game with 10 overs to go. ASHTON Lions chasing down 139 are 89 for 5. Mohammad Yazid is still out there, the captain. It's a full toss, worked away down towards the onside. Will be just a single. That's a good shot. Has that gone all the way for a maximum? We'll wait for the confirmation from the umpire. Oh, yes, it is. It's gone all the way for a maximum. So that's good stuff there from Yazir. Finally gets a good enough connection. Put so much power behind it. But is he get it enough? Yeah. Right, so 16 overs done is Rusampat to bowl. He bowls his third over, 1 wicket for 9 runs. Akram Nizar. And Mohammad Yazid, the captain. They need to put up a good partnership here. It's their game to lose from here onwards. Mohammad Yazir need to take responsibility here. It's his game right now. He has to be there right until the very last moment. Right, so 98 for 6. And Isuru Sampath gets a breakthrough. This is some comeback from the Eastern Thunders. And 98 for 6. And we're into the last ball of this over. What a match this is turning out to be. I mean, for a moment, from what we saw from the ASHTON Lion batters in those first few overs, we thought it was going to be a one-sided encounter, but boy, we were wrong. Punched on the ground. Power behind that shot. Milind Sanjay. Wow, gone is it? Yes, it is. 7 down. My goodness. Milind Sanjay gets a second wicket. It's 103 for 7 now. What's happening out there in the middle? Overpitched. Everything is wrong about that shot. He's just trying to overhit. Very simple as that. The batter was trying to overhit it. It was pitched outside off. So ideally you should have played it on the offside. But he ends up playing it towards that mid-wicket region. And there was a short mid-wicket, a very short mid-wicket fielder exactly for a shot like that. And he ends up paying the price. One 3 for 7. The captain is gone. Pasandu Samarasinghe walks out to the middle at number 9. And you got Akram Reza at the other end. Oh, a chance again. A tough one. But safe. And that's the end of another eventful over. 18 done. Let's have a look at that again. How far away is that ball from... oh, very close. Very, very close. $18 down, 105 for 7. An edge, but safe. Nasir played. Will be just a single. And that marks the end of the 19th over. The 18th over. 19 overs done. It's 108 for 7. Right, so 31 more runs required, 108 for 7. For a moment I thought they've taken the power play overs, but they've not. They've opted to stay out of it yet. All right, so they have actually taken the power play overs. Now, this is interesting. 19 overs, 108 for 7. Akram Nizar on 11 of 19. Passing to Samarasinghe, can hit the long ball. And let's see. And it's Daham Nirmal. So change in bowling. It's going to be a pace bowler who's going to start out the proceedings in the first power play. Here we go. Akram Nizar. Now, what should be the plan? Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure where the two fielders are positioned. Only 2 fielders are permitted outside the 30-yard circle during these 2 overs. So it's just a matter of getting that ball into the gap. The outfield, not that fast, but fast enough if you add the certain amount of pressure. Not the pressure, the force. But every dot ball matters at this stage. That's going all the way for a boundary. That's what I mentioned. It's just a matter of getting it across the 30-yard circle and you'll get a guaranteed boundary. But you've got to be smart about that as well. And again, this might go all the way. No, there's protection down in the deep. Right, so passing to Samarasinghe is on strike. Oh, that's a good delivery. Just a hint of movement away. And Daham Nirmal so far has done a good job. 5 runs conceded, but we've seen worse. There we go. Nice movement. Just a hint of movement. His natural angle gets it into the batter, but once it lands, that late movement takes it away from the batter. This is good. Good bowling. Last ball of this first power play over. Gotta smack that. Passing to Samarasinghe. get a quick single. So 6 runs coming off from that first power play. Over 26 more runs required. Or rather 25 runs required. After 20 overs, 114 for 7. Chamod Piumal bowling the 21st over. Pasidhu Samar Singh and Akram Nizar yet to take the full value of this second power over. It's a good bowling. Just 3 runs so far from this over. 3 singles for the first 3 deliveries. Akram Nizar on 17 of 24. Worked away onto the onside. A quick single. Good run in between the wickets. In fact, a couple of runs added to the total there. Should be a wide, as it is. Punched out the ground. Should look for the second run as well. Yeah. Gets there quickly. Good run in between the wickets. Every run matters at this stage. 21 overs done, 123 for 7. Right, so heading into the last 4 overs, they need exactly 4 runs per over. That's what they got to keep in mind. Oh, this is good. Good cricket all round. It's a good delivery there from Military. He's been quite impressive. Leg spinner. Very simple action. Already picked up 2 wickets for just 10 runs in 3.2. Oh, that's a good shot. And it's almost reached the boundary. Through a fumble by the fielder down in the deep one. We'll keep it down. For just a single. But that's a good looking shot there from the batter. Oh, that was too close to his body to be cut away. But that's the end of the over. 22 overs done. 126 for 7. Cut away this time. Akram Nizar will get a couple of runs, or is it just a single? It's been a handy knock from Akram Nizar. 25 of 30 deliveries, holding the innings together. An equally valuable innings compared to what Harshan Joseph played alongside Razlan. Should get a single this time as well. Cut away, or couldn't pierce the gap once again. Very unfortunate that time, Pasandu. They're coming back for the second run. Good run in between the wickets once again. Good judgment early on from both the batters. And now we're into the single digits. Just 8 runs required. "23 overs done, 2 more to go." 131 for 7. Quite a lot of discussions going on at the moment. Fasan Samar Singh and Akram Nizar. Got 2 more overs, 8 runs required. 4 runs per over will do the job. Right, so Daham Nirmal is going to bowl the 24th over. And here we go. Just a single to start off with. Asking the question. Nothing there from the umpire. Yeah, there was a wild heave there from Pasandu. It's a good looking shot, but straight into the hands of the fielder at short covered region. Oh, another swing, but missed it. And they're running. Oh, this could be out. Yes, it is. Oh, that was suicidal there from Basandu Samarasinghe. Right, so 24 overs done, 134 for 8. We're heading into the last over. My goodness, this is a real nail-biter, this match. 5 runs required of the last over. A quick single, oh. And they're running. Runs are coming in. Oh, it's very unfortunate on the part of Eastern Thunders. Couple of runs added now. Just 3 runs required of the last 5. And they've opted to go with Rashmi Kamaratne. A chance, a tough one, punched on the ground. Will take a single. Should be wide. Yes, it is. Now the scores are level. High goes high. And that's a game for the ASHTON Lions. They have prevailed so much in this match. And it was one entertaining game, let me tell you. We thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm sure you all did as well. A brilliant execution of cricket from both the sides. It was an absolute nail-biter. And both the teams can be mighty proud of their efforts, especially the Eastern Thunders. Very unfortunate to end up in the losing side, but boy, they gave a good fight. With the bat, nothing much in terms of with the bat, except for the captain. They made it to 139, but the bowlers made the best out of whatever that was available for them. And ASHTON Lions won the match by 2 wickets, and handshakes all round at the moment at Moores Sports Club grounds. Right, so let's have a look at the batting card of the ASHTON Lions. Well, it was a collective effort up front. 35 for Razim Ramlan and Arshan Joseph. And then Akram Nizar held innings together, 32 off 36, only couple of boundaries. But those 32 runs from Akram Nizar are very, very, very valuable for ASHTON Lions, as they ended up chasing things down in just 24.3 overs. With 3 balls to spare, they made it to 142 for the loss of 8 wickets. Right, so let's have a look at the bowling card. It was a good effort with the ball in hand for sure from Eastern Thunders, but the lack of runs on board really made the life difficult for them. But then a couple of wickets for Isuru Sampath, and then Dinuj Samaratha picking up a couple of wickets for 26, and Melinda Sanjay picking up 2 wickets for 12 as well, as they couldn't really restrict the ASHTON Lions, but they give a good fight and they can hold their heads high. Let's have a look at the highlights of this run chase from the ASHTON Lions. Remember, they lost a wicket. The orange cap holder, Pramod Kasun, was dismissed in his very first over itself. But from there onwards, Razim Ramlan and Arshan Joseph really took control of the proceedings, and their counter attack was really up to the standards, as they played all over the park and got some quick runs on the board. And at one point they were prospected to finish things off quickly, but it ended up not being the case, as both Razim Ramlan and Arshan Joseph were dismissed. This was Arshan Joseph at his very best, played some really good shots all around the park. And this was the dismissal, not that one, but then he was trying to play it across onto the mid-wicket region, but lost. Now this has to be that wicket. That's not the wicket. But then, of course, Isuru Sampath was quite brilliant again, picking up wickets, and Dulanja as well really made it difficult for the batters. But then there was this period where wickets started to tumble one after another, and that's where the Eastern Thunders bowlers took control of the game, and they had their game in their hands. But at the end of the day, the lack of runs really made it difficult for the batters, or rather the bowlers, to work with. Some really good effort with the bat and ball from both the sides. It was a good effort with the ball, especially from the Eastern Thunders. But at the end of the day, once again, when you don't have runs on the board, it just makes the life pretty difficult for the bowlers. So there we go, ASHTON Lions winning the match by 2 wickets. Eastern Thunders versus ASHTON Lions. This is a match summary. Eastern Thunders batting first made 138. It was Pasandu Samarasinghe and Ahmed Razlan who delivered well with the ball in hand, picking up 3 wicket hauls. And then ASHTON Lions, in reply, chasing things down in just 24.3 overs. 142 for 8. Razim Ramlan 35 off 23 and Arshan Joseph 35 off 25. With the ball, Isuru Sampath picking up 2 wickets for 14, was a standout bowler for the Eastern Thunders. Right, so ASHTON Lions winning the game by 2 wickets. So that's the end of our live broadcast right here from the Moore Sports Club grounds. But we have a match coming up next as well. And until we meet again in another half an hour time, we'll be back. So until then, stay tuned and have a good day.